Oh yes, mate, this Evo content early doors is just, I love it so much, man. And we're not messing about now, okay? Intro to stat limits, we checked that one out. Ultimate Edition Evolution, check that one out. Now these two could be chained, some crazy combinations, so after this make sure to go check out the channel, there's videos on those. You don't want to miss out a potential unbelievable chain. But there's one missing, Club Member Reward. Now this one's not available on web app. I believe once we get onto console, you kind of redeem the token and you get to access a pretty decent boost to a right back. And what's interesting about this one that these two don't offer is you actually get a roll plus plus added. So the falseback plus plus gets added with this Evo. For cheap and fast EAFC 25 Ultimate Team coins, head over to MMOEXP.com. Link at the top of the description, and make sure to use my code Morsey at checkout to save yourself 5% off your order. So I'm actually going to look at what that means. For those that haven't looked into roles, me too, I'm a little bit out the loop of this. I've not really dived into it yet. I think once we're on the game, grinding gameplay, I'll get a bit more stuck in. But falseback here is essentially a modern evolution of the fullback. So almost adopting that kind of like inverted fullback role that a lot of teams use nowadays, like Trent for Liverpool. That's a great example. Arsenal did it a lot last year with Zinchenko cutting in. It kind of like you are like an out-and-out right back, but you're more of a playmaker, like you're cutting in, filling in that midfield, which is interesting. Necessarily, is this going to be the most desired role for a fullback? I don't know, because we've still got the out-and-out fullback, which is, you know, balanced, defensive, you're doing your job. We've also got attacking wing-back for those that like to overlap, so it's all going to be personal preference, I believe. People will find the meta, obviously, but for the most part, it's going to be personal preference. But I'm excited for this, man. The options in this Evo are looking pretty good. We also get playstyle of incisive pass and rapid, just the base, which is good. And the boost is sizable. There's only one max cap here, which is speed. So we can't go over 89 pace, which is a little bit frustrating because there's one card in this that I would have, well, it could have obviously been higher than 89, which would have been nice. But either way, the boost is good. Let's have a little deep dive at some of the best options. Instantly, a man that caught my eye is Bolde. Now, full disclaimer, these chains, they look good, but I would not be using intro to stat limits on this Evo. There's so many better chains with this one. Check out the other videos I've done. For example, there's a Timo Werner chain that looks mad. Just definitely worth consider using intro to stat limits in the other Evos. But if you did want to chain a fullback, this is Bolde's card here, 84 rated. But as a one and done like evolve, obviously his pace is maxed out. But we do get a sizable boost across the board. Looks decent if you pack him. La Liga team, one to consider for sure. One of my favourites, obviously with the intro to stat limits here, looks brilliant. Just without that as well, Kosunu. Now he gets a strong link, same club as, forget his name, Ademola Lookman, who my boys Arsenal play tonight, so game on for that one. But Kosunu honestly looks decent, man. Like as an out-and-out centre-back at the start of the game, obviously you get the right-back, false-back plus player role, which is not really going to be utilised because you're going to be out of position. But defender plus stopper, ball-playing defender, lean and tall, 6'3". I reckon he's going to be brilliant, man. Could be a super budget pick-up early doors, especially with this man. Not a lot of people might not know he fits this, so maybe try and get this card cheap. If you want to build a Serie A team, that is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Reece James does fit this, however, he's lost a few legs. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But still, he's decent. But there's a better Chelsea card I will show you shortly. By the way, I'm knackered this morning. Up way too late last night, grinding the web app. If you've been getting involved, because making coins, it's been difficult, but I've done all right. I'm trying to get a few cards ready for release day for reviews. We shall see. But Reece James, he looks okay. There's better options. Mazraoui fits in this as well. These are the two Premier League cards that I think are going to be the most in demand. And number one for me is going to be Diogo Dalot, because you get the full upgrade. You just get boosted across the board, and he looks brilliant. You can play as a left back as well, which is fantastic. We go to 89 pace. Passing is good. The dribbling, defending, physical. This is a player that fits that kind of role profile for the falseback plus. Inverting, linking up the play, being creative with the passing, also getting involved, carrying the ball forward with decent dribbling stats. He could honestly go really expensive. Not a trading tip, but he's only 3k right now. I reckon he's going to be one of the most popular ones, which means his price is going to spike. We've got Kadioglu here. Now, we're not going to put him into intro to stat limits. We're just doing the one and done down here, which is the club member rewards. And he looks good, right? he looks very good. Comparable to like Udogie, who's going to be a super expensive premium left back in the Premier League. He's got attacking wing back plus, false back, and the false back plus plus. So very get forward, get me on the ball, let's link up the play. Great play styles as well. Some like a proper variety here. And a little bit more than Diogo Dalot, which is something to mention. The dribbling's crazy. I feel like out of the two, Dalot is more well-rounded. This man, though, could be that more explosive option. I honestly reckon they're both going to be crazy expensive once the full game does come out and people start getting these Evos done. So do keep that in mind. I don't want you guys to be priced out. Dumfries. Oh, okay, I was going to say, I wondered if he had a centre-back alternate position. Either way, yeah, great option again for the Serie A. If you need that full-back, he's going to be brilliant. I do think Kosunu will be a better shout, though. Maybe, I guess... Obviously, if you're playing centre-back, but if you want a right-back, yeah, it's going to be Dumfries all day. He's got speed, he's got physicality. Maybe not really suited for that inverted, like, false-back kind of role. A man who might be, though, is Molina. And I actually packed this man on the web app, on the main account. I do want to try out, like, the Correa, the Alvarez, the Griezmann. I do tend to go towards La Liga from the start of the game. So Molina here, great chemistry for those guys. False back plus plus again, obviously gets added. Wing back plus and attacking wing back. He is very much get me involved, get forward. Decent on the ball. Defending's also fantastic. Lacking the play styles though. Lean medium body type. Should feel good in game. Di Lorenzo. I didn't actually look at yet. No chain for this man. I mean, he does look good again. Does he look better than Dumfries though? That's the question. I think maybe. Let's be real, because you're basically going to be utilising this man as a false back plus plus here. I think Di Lorenzo could be better on paper for that role. I feel like Dumfries is more of a no-nonsense up and down fullback, whilst Di Lorenzo might be a little bit more reassuring on the ball. So one to consider for Serie A starter squads. Konza's also got a card here. I'm pretty certain this is a chain though, so probably not going to be done by a lot of you guys out there unless you're rocking like a Villa past the present. This is the lad for Chelsea fans. Now, it is the chain here. The one and done still looks really good though, which we're going to look at. Gusto. Now, as a starter card, he ticks all the boxes. We got speed, good dribbling, and he'll be fantastic, man. Like, it should be cheap as chips. Let me see his price right now. Yeah, it's 2k. 2k as it stands. Should be packable, being an 80 rate card. Genuinely a good option for Premier League starter teams if you're on a super, super low budget and you want to pick up a pretty quick, crazy cracked winger or fullback. Jan Kuoto. Interesting card. I mean, he's lacking massively in the defending and physicals, right? Speed's there. Dribbling, not bad. 3-star, 3-star. I mean, I'll probably say no on that one, in all fairness. Not going to be for me. Jonathan Klaus, Ligue 1. In all honesty, Ligue 1 is lacking this year. There's not many options. So maybe he's a shout. I wouldn't be chaining again. It would be a one and done. We don't get a boost to the speed, but a well-needed boost to defending physical dribbling. It looks like one of the better starter right backs in that league. So definitely consider if you want to run a Ligue 1 setup. I saw Munoz actually. He's comparable to Gusto. Like, he's got the physicals. He's got the speed. Play style's very defensive. Very good at linking up the play. Dribbling's there as well. And he had a really nice card at the end of last year's game. So people might be keeping that in mind when picking this man. But another good option for the Premier League. There's actually variety here. And I think they spread it out quite nicely in regards to, leagues. There's a lot of different options. Lucas Vasquez, for example. Jesus Navas in here. Traore. Also, big man Joe Gomez. 86 pace. Joe Gomez. That should be illegal at the start of the game. Rapid, Roy Dalat playstyle, block, incisive pass aren't the best playstyles for a centre-back. Play him as a right-back though. Like, if you watch my videos the end of last year, you know I loved the path to glory Joe Gomez. So definitely going to be one to consider for me. And he looks fantastic, man. Even as a centre-back at the start of the game. This man and like Van der Ven paired up could be a crazy nice combination. And was there actually a chain option? Yeah, I mean there is, but let's be real. It's almost identical to this one. You're just getting a little bit of shooting and a little bit of dribbling extra. So, we're not really too fussed about that. But I think, in all honesty, they're going to be like the standout players. Sasha Bowie, if you want to go into a Bundesliga option. Dest, not a bad shout. He's got the speed, 91, crazy quick. Bowie actually isn't too shabby, Definitely gives me, it's because they've got similar hairstyles as well, Mbabu vibes. Like, And Babu back in the day was a demon. And this guy looks good. He's got jockey, of course, intercept, rapid, incisive pass, relentless, lean medium. Bundesliga, lacking a little bit in regards to budget right backs. They're going to have that premium with like Jeremy Frimpong, but Bowie could be an option as a stopgap until you get your hands on a Frimpong. But again, if you want to link in potentially Gyökeres, who's going to be crazy hard to get. I think he's extinct already, so I'll try and pack him for a review today. Wish me luck on that one. But he could be a decent shout for a starter card. And I think we're going to start fizzling out here. So in my opinion, like, you've got variety. I don't think there's really an out-and-out best option in this one. We're looking at Bolde, great for La Liga. Kosunu looks fantastic for those Serie A centre-backs. James, not a bad option, but I would definitely go for like a Kadioglu, a Diogo Dalot over him. Dumfries looks nice as an out-and-out fullback. Molina, if you've got La Liga links. Di Lorenzo. Gusto, again, looks fantastic. Jonathan Klaus. Also, Munoz could be underrated. With the variety, by the way, I don't think any of these are really going to skyrocket in price purely because there's not an out-and-out favourite. They might go up a little bit, so I would try and pick up all Evo cards somewhat sooner rather than later. Joe Gomez, of course, and Sasha Bowie. Let me know what you think down below, guys. I've been Morsey. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you guys later today.